Today we're making 3 cards with the beautiful products of KCC17 super sponsor Crafty Critter. But I'm going to show you how you can use your product a little differently today. We're going to use the beautiful patterned papers to make paper flowers. We're using the foil to make leaves. And we're using the beautiful foil art sheets of Crafty Critter as a patterned paper for the card sketches. Of course, we're using card sketches from Kendra's Card Challenge 17. My name is Julia and I'm an enthusiastic card maker and paper crafter from Austria. Welcome to my channel, Julie's Kreativschatzkiste. KCC17 super sponsor Crafty Critter is known for her great foiling products and her beautiful foil art sheets. Today we're mixing things up a little bit because I'm not going to use foil actually. And I'm going to turn these beautiful foil art sheets into the backgrounds and the patterned paper. Because Crafty Critter also has beautiful paper packs with patterned paper, and I really love this one as well as this one. Aren't these colors gorgeous? And I'm going to turn these beautiful patterned papers into the focal points of our cards today. Of course, you're going to find links to all the products I used today in my description box. For my cards, I'm going to use sketches of Kendra's Card Challenge 17, and we're going to make 3 cards today. If you're not familiar with Kendra's Card Challenge yet, later on I'm going to give you more information on that. But let's start crafting now. The first sketch we are working on is sketch number 7 of Kendra's Card Challenge 17. And I have already prepared most of my ingredients for the card. So I have my blank card base here. I'm going to use A6 cards today, but Kendra's Card Challenge is originally made for American A2 cards. So cards measuring 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch. I just changed the measurements up a bit, and so it's no problem at all to use it with A6 cards. The sketch asks for a background, which I have here, which is my matting layer in dark blue. What I then have is a paper at the bottom, and I really just used the foil art sheet with a happy and I cut it according to the right measurements. Then there's a paper strip, and I'm going to use this paper here, which is just a foil toner sheet, which I had in my stash from previous cards for Crafty Critter. These leaves are just for decoration and just cut out some foil with dies in my stash. And what I've also done is I have cut out the birthday out of this foil art sheet, and I foiled it in the same green foil I cut out for the leaves. This is going to be my sentiment, happy birthday. And there's this big half circle in the sketch, and for that I'm going to use my patterned paper, and I have cut it already, also with dies in my stash, and I'm going to form a paper flower out of the patterned paper, and it's going to look really gorgeous. So for forming the paper flowers, I'm going to use this foam. It's a thicker foam, just any foam you have. And I'm going to use this tool here, and it's just a rounding tool with a bigger and a smaller ball. All I'm going to do is turn the pattern paper around, and from the back I just try to form the petals of the flower, and then I just push to the front and I have perfectly formed flower petals. I'm going to do that to the other ones because I'm going to layer them on top of each other to have a great focal point for my cards. And with these colors of the patterned paper, that's going to look absolutely gorgeous. So you see, it's really quickly done. What I'm going to do before I put my flower together is just color the edges a little bit. So now I'm just gluing this together, simply by putting some glue in the middle. And in the middle of the flower, just to give it something extra special, I'm going to use a blue sequin, which also was in my stash somewhere. So I'm going to let that dry, and in the meantime I'm going to put together this card. And while I'm gluing this together, I can tell you more about Kendra's Card Challenge. Kendra's Card Challenge is a quarterly free challenge where Kendra from the YouTube channel Cards by Kendra puts out a free PDF every quarter. And in this PDF you not only find the measurements for 15 unique card sketches, but there's also a cutting guide for 6 sheets of 6 by 6 inch patterned paper. And the great thing is, if you use this cutting guide on your patterned paper, you're really going to make quick and easy 15 unique cards. I'm putting the flower here where the half circle goes. I'm going to put my leaves below the flower, and I'm just gluing them down with normal glue. And because they are out of foil, that's just a completely different texture on your card here. So with Kendra's Card Challenge, you can not only make these 15 cards, but you can also win great prizes. You can participate in the challenge 3 times per quarter, so 1 time per month. And all you have to do to participate is to upload 1 photo with all the 15 cards you made with the challenge to an InLinks party. And the link to the InLinks party is on the free PDF, of course. But there's also the page kendrascardchallenges.com where you also find the link. And you have to find the link for the right month you're participating in. And at the end of each quarter, there's also a video by Kendra on her YouTube channel, Cards by Kendra. And there she draws the prizes you can win. And I really recommend you watching this video because you have to claim your prize if you are one of the winners. It's easy and it's done through a form, but you have to claim it. And in this video, Kendra also showcases some of the KCC 15 submissions for the respective month. And if you want to see your 15 cards in this video and in this showcase, you also have to upload your photo with the 15 cards in the Cards by Kendra Facebook group. And even if you don't do that, I really would recommend you joining this Facebook group because you get great inspiration, but you also get great support there if you need it. And this is my first card already finished, and I really love the elegant look, and I especially love this great flower out of the beautiful patterned paper from Crafty Critter. Do you like it? Let me know in the comments. So the second sketch we're going to work with today is sketch number 3, and I already have prepared my paper flower and my parts for the sketch, just in order to speed up the video and not to make it too long. Again, there's a matting layer, and I'm going to use this piece from my stash, which I have made for a previous video I did for super sponsor Crafty Critter. And what I did here is layered toner foiling. I have a toner foil art sheet here at the back, and I have used circles out of the green foil and put it on the foil art sheet. And then on top of it, I put the silver foil. So you have 2 different colors of the foil on this one foil art sheet. There's an entire video on how I did that, and I'm going to link it in my description box, just in case you're interested and want to watch it. Then there are these 2 vertical paper pieces, and there's my focal point for the card. I'm going to put this together now, and I hope you're now interested in how you get this free PDF from Kendra to craft your 15 card sketches. And it's pretty easy because there's of course a link in my description box where you can find the free PDF. And you have to join Patreon to download the PDF, but it's a completely free option, so you don't have to pay anything. You just have to give your email address. And of course there are also paid options for Kendra's Patreon, because that is how she keeps the challenge free for all. And you should really check them out as well, because there are great perks coming with them. Like for example, there's a free card kit or a free card kit sampler, which Kendra sends to you by mail. And there are great products in there as well every time, I can tell you. Additionally, you can gain access to past Kendra's Card Challenges, depending on the tier which you're joining. Kendra also has a shop, and she has great digital files there to buy, as well as the cutting files for the 6 sheets of 6x6 inch patterned paper, just in case you want to use your electronic cutting machine, just like a Cricut or a Brothers Cannon Cut, for example. So with the addition of my paper flower here, this card is also finished already, and I'm not going to add a sentiment on this card yet. And I actually think it doesn't need one, because it's really elegant the way it looks. And you can use it for any occasion, and you can always put your sentiment on the card inside. So I love how that turned out. Do you like it? So my third card for today features sketch number 4 of Kendra's Card Challenge 17. And I again have already prepared all the ingredients for this card. This time I'm using a dark blue card base. It's just nice to make something different sometimes, and it just fits to the elegance of the card, I think. So what I'm doing here is I have a foil art sheet, which I didn't foil, it's just black and white, and this is my matting layer for the card. And then this piece here I have also made in a previous video, which I made for Crafty Critter. And in this video I showed you how you can use your embossing folders to foil. And this is the negative actually of an embossing folder I foiled. And I think it would really look great if I can just adhere it to my foil art sheet here. I'm actually not sure if this is going to work now. And of course, I'm going to link this video as well. That was really great fun, and I did some funny experiments in the video. So I really hope you're going to watch it. Of course, I cannot use glue to adhere the foil, the negative foil, to my foil art sheet. So I'm trying to use a tape runner, and I'm not sure if it's going to be invisible or not. So this is the real test now. And actually, I think it works. Of course, I didn't glue it down in a straight line, but nevertheless, I'm going to leave it now. I think it looks really elegant. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down on my card base. And while I'm doing that, there's some opportunity left to tell you that this video is part of a giveaway hub for super sponsor Crafty Critter, because some of my design team colleagues are also crafting with the beautiful products of Crafty Critter. And there's a playlist linked in my description box where you can find all the other videos of my colleagues. And I'm really curious what they are going to do. So of course I'm going to watch them, and I hope you will do too. There's also a prize to be won, and it's really a great prize because it's a membership for Kendra's Patreon for 1 month. So please join the prize drawing, and you do that by filling in a form that is linked in my description box as well. And the details for the prize drawing are also in my description box, and there's also a deadline given there. So please stick to this deadline to fill in the form for your chance to win a membership in Kendra's Patreon. So I'm now gluing down my flowers, which I have made the same way I showed you before. Again, I have put a sequin in the middle, and I'm not going to put a sentiment on this card either, because I don't think there's space for it. So this is my third card finished. I really again like it really very much. I hope you have enjoyed watching the video, and if you did, please leave me a like or a comment. And tell me which one of the cards you like best. Do you like the flowers with the patterned paper from Crafty Critter? I really like them, and I think I'm going to use them again. Don't forget to fill in the form linked in my description box for your chance to win in the prize drawing for this giveaway hub. See you next time. Servus!